Which films truly defined 2025? From record-breaking blockbusters that shook the box office to the emotional stories that captured our hearts, this year was packed with cinematic history. In this video, I'm ranking the definitive top 10 movies you absolutely cannot miss. As a writer, I look at these films differently, not just at their earnings, but at the story mechanics that made them global phenomena. Whether you're a fan of high-stakes action, nostalgic animation, or deep storytelling, this list has something for everyone. Join me as we break down why these specific stories resonated with millions of people worldwide and see if your favorite made the #1 spot. In this video, we discuss the biggest box office hits of the year, why certain stories connected emotionally with audiences, the writing and creative risks that paid off, my personal ranking of the best cinema 2025 had to offer. Number 10. How to Train Your Dragon, live action. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the highly anticipated live-action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon. Universal and DreamWorks took a massive risk bringing Hiccup and Toothless into the real world, but it paid off beautifully. As a writer, what I appreciate most here is how they translated the emotional core of the original animated classic without losing its magic. The visual effects for Toothless were groundbreaking, giving him a realistic weight and texture while keeping that adorable, cat-like personality we all love. It wasn't just a shot-for-shot remake, it deepened the lore of Berk and made the stakes feel incredibly visceral. The box office numbers prove that this story of friendship overcoming prejudice is timeless. Whether you grew up with the cartoons or this was your first flight, it was a soaring success that grounded fantasy in genuine human emotion. Number 9. Superman, Legacy. At number 9, we have the film that officially launched the new DC universe, Superman, Legacy. James Gunn had the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he delivered a story that brought hope back to the Man of Steel. This wasn't just another punch fest, it was a character study about kindness in a cynical world. For writers, this film is a masterclass in tone. It balanced the spectacular alien action of Krypton with the warm, small-town heart of Smallville perfectly. Audiences flocked to theaters not just for the spectacle, but because they missed a hero who genuinely likes humanity. It earned its spot in the top 10 by proving that in an era of dark, gritty deconstructions, unparalleled optimism is actually the most powerful superpower of all. It's bright, colorful, and exactly the cinematic comfort food the world needed in 2025. Number 8. Mission: Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Coming in at number 8 is what might be the final chapter for Ethan Hunt, Mission: Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Tom Cruise somehow found a way to top the motorcycle jump from the last film, delivering practical stunts that literally had audiences gasping in the aisles. But beyond the adrenaline, the script provided a satisfying emotional conclusion to a decades-long arc. We saw a more vulnerable side of Ethan Hunt, dealing with the consequences of a life spent in the shadows. The pacing here is something every thriller writer should study. It is relentless tension that never feels exhausting. It pulled in massive global numbers because it promised spectacle, but it stayed in the top 10 because it delivered a heartfelt goodbye to one of cinema's most enduring action teams. If this truly is the end, it went out with the biggest bang possible. Number 7. The Fantastic Four, First Steps. Number 7 marks Marvel's triumphant return to its first family with the Fantastic Four, First Steps. After years of anticipation, the MCU finally got Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben right. Set against a retro-futuristic 1960s backdrop, this film oozed style and personality. It stood out from the typical superhero formula by focusing heavily on the family dynamic, the bickering, the love, and the scientific curiosity. As a storyteller, I loved how it embraced the weird, cosmic side of the comics without apology. It wasn't ashamed of being a comic book movie. The chemistry between the cast was electric, driving huge repeat viewings and merchandise sales. It earned its place here by proving that superhero fatigue isn't real if you offer audiences a fresh flavor, and this retro sci-fi adventure was unlike anything else on the big screen this year. Number 6. Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle. At number 6, we have a historic moment for anime, Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle. This isn't just a movie, it's a cultural phenomenon that has shattered the ceiling for international animation. Expanding the hit series onto the biggest screen possible transformed the viewing experience entirely. The animation quality here is arguably the best we have ever seen, fluid, dynamic, and breathtakingly colorful. But the reason it crushed the global box office is the emotional investment fans have in Tanjiro's journey. It's a brilliant example of serial storytelling transitioning to cinema. You feel every sword swing and every tear. It proves that animation is not a genre, but a medium capable of out-earning major Hollywood blockbusters. The intensity of the battles in the Infinity Castle arc demanded a theater experience, and millions of fans worldwide answered the call. Number 5. Jurassic World: Rebirth. Roaring into the top 5 is Jurassic World: Rebirth. Just when you thought the franchise might be out of DNA, Universal found a way to reinvent the terror. This film moved away from the theme park gone wrong and focused on a world fully integrated with dinosaurs. It's a survival thriller on a global scale. From a writing perspective, the tension comes from the unpredictability. Nature has reclaimed the planet, and humans are no longer the apex predators. The visual effects team somehow made the dinos look even more realistic than before, using more practical animatronics that gave the actors something terrifying to react to. It's pure summer blockbuster escapism, tapping into that primal fear and wonder that Steven Spielberg first uncorked in 1993. It's big, loud, and undeniably fun. Number 4. A Minecraft movie. Number 4 is The Surprise Juggernaut, a Minecraft movie. Many were skeptical when the first trailers dropped, but Warner Brothers knew exactly what they were doing. They tapped into a multi-generational fanbase, kids who are playing now, and adults who grew up punching trees. The plot cleverly mixed fish-out-of-water comedy with the game's infinite creativity. It celebrates the idea that you can build your own world, a theme that resonates deeply with anyone creative. The inclusion of Jack Black as Steve was a stroke of casting genius, bringing a chaotic energy that matched the game's sandbox nature. It didn't take itself too seriously, and that was its greatest strength. It became the family event of the year, proving that video game adaptations have officially entered their golden age in Hollywood. Number 3. Lilo and Stitch, live action. Entering the top 3 is the live-action reimagining of Lilo and Stitch. Disney has had mixed results with remakes, but this one captured the Ohana spirit perfectly. The challenge was always going to be Stitch. If he didn't look right, the movie fails. Fortunately, the CGI Stitch was impeccable, balancing his chaotic destructiveness with undeniable cuteness. The story leaned heavily into the themes of broken families finding healing, which hit audiences hard emotionally. It respected the Hawaiian cultural elements even more than the original, adding depth and authenticity to the setting. It's a tear-jerker that also happens to be hilarious. The box office numbers were massive because it appealed to 2000s nostalgia while introducing these beloved characters to a brand new generation of kids who instantly fell in love with Experiment 626. Number 2. Zootopia 2. The runner-up at number 2 is Zootopia 2. It has been nearly a decade since the first film, and the demand for this sequel was astronomical. Disney returned us to this vibrant mammal metropolis with a mystery that was even more twisted and engaging than the first. What makes Zootopia work so well for a writer is how it uses animals to tackle complex social themes without being preachy. The chemistry between Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde is the heartbeat of the film. Their banter is sharper and funnier than ever. This film broke records for animated openings because it respects the intelligence of its audience, both young and old. It's visually stunning, incredibly smart, and packed with Easter eggs that reward repeat viewings. It is easily the best animated feature of the year. Number 1. Avatar: Fire and Ash. And finally, the undisputed number 1 movie of 2025 is Avatar: Fire and Ash. James Cameron has done it again. Just when we thought we had seen everything Pandora had to offer, he introduces us to the Ash People, a darker, more aggressive clan of Na-6. This expansion of the lore added a necessary shade of gray to the conflict. It wasn't just humans versus aliens anymore, it was Na-6 versus Na-6. Visually, it is peerless. The fire and volcanic environments provided a stark, beautiful contrast to the water and forests of the previous films. It earned billions because it is the only movie that truly demands to be seen in 3D IMAX. It is an immersive experience that no home theater can replicate. Cameron's storytelling is simple but mythic, tapping into universal themes of family and war that resonate in every culture around the globe. Which movie was your personal favorite this year? And which movies are you most looking forward to in 2026? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this ranking video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.